and hopefully I'll actually be able to hit some people. I'm having some problems. I'm having some problems hitting people right here. And these guys are still alive, which is not good. Oh, that guy's dead. Yes. Hello Reformers, and welcome back to Warsword Conquest, and Slythe is here once again, trying to eliminate these wood elves. These guys are being kind of annoying, but they're also actually being very helpful. And you may ask, how are they being helpful, Reformist? Well, there's the thing. I'm going to show you exactly what is happening after we have defeated this fellow. Let us go in and try to take him out. He has a -10 relation with us already, so he obviously doesn't like us that much, but otherwise he has 49 units available for battle. Now bear in mind, I've been doing a little bit of, well, everything really. I've been doing a bit of trading, a bit of recruiting, and a bit of training as well. Not trading, but also trading and training and so on. And yes, hopefully we are going to have a decent shot at doing something here. Now, let me see what I can do. This is actually really bad. This is actually really bad for us. I'm not entirely sure why we spawned down here, but, you know, whatever the case, we're just going to have to deal with it. And maybe we can... It's actually pretty cool that the map is so large. You know, on the one hand, it's great, because we're able to move back so far. And on the other hand, it's not so great, because we have to move back so far. Yes, there's a bit of a double-edged sword there. But anyway, we're going to tell our archers to hold fire here. And let's see what happens with the enemy. I don't know. I mean, generally I would have gone a little bit closer to the enemy if I knew what they were going to do. But I know that wood elves do tend to have some pretty good cavalry units. And so I didn't really want to let them get the upper hand by being out in the middle of nowhere where we don't really have any defense against them. Considering most of my units, I mean, you can see here I have 56 archers, for goodness sake, so it's really, you know, it's kind of immobile, a pretty immobile force here that I'm having here. Now, what I've been doing, I might as well update you on what I've been doing in the off-screen time. What I've been doing is basically just staying at my town when I don't have any trading to do. So basically, I will do a trade here and there. I'm actually going to tell my people to start firing now. And yeah, so I'll do a trade here and there. I'll do some salt trading and things like that, because basically what you can do is you can go to Bloodhorn, which is really close by, and I think you can buy salt there. I think I've bought salt there, well, like maybe once. And you can take that to the Pirate King Fortress. I think someone told me about this trade route. You can go to the Pirate King Fortress, which is actually very close by, and you can have a very good time just doing that route over and over and over again. Obviously, I did do a little bit of, you know, venturing into Skaven territory. I went to Skavenblight, got a little bit of salt from there as well, and then I sold it, and so on and so forth. So basically just going like that, just to try and make a little bit of cash. And I made enough cash to be able to afford another enterprise. I bought a tannery, I think. I bought a tannery at the other... Wait a minute, was it a tannery? No, I want to buy a tannery. I want to buy a tannery at the Pirate King Fortress, but I didn't have enough money at the time, so unfortunately I'm not able to do that. But I did manage to buy a weavery and dye works at the other goblin town. I've been all over the place basically, and I've been trying to work out what I'm going to be doing in this episode, because obviously I've been putting in quite a bit of off-screen time with this series in general, because there's quite a bit to do, quite a bit of like micromanaging and things like that in my opinion is not exactly entertaining to watch. It's basically just stuff that I've covered in previous episodes and nothing extremely exciting. And obviously, us starting off with a wood elf battle, now that is a precursor to what I wanted to tell you initially, which is the way that I've actually been able to garrison my nearby town. Now, you remember my garrison had about 150 units. Well, it now has 220, and that is not due to my recruiters. It's not due to me getting patrols and then telling them to go into the garrison or anything like that. It's not due to any of those things. Basically, what it's due to is wood elves patrolling right next to my town, and them not being extremely powerful. You can see here, this guy, he only had about 50 units, and he has 5 Necropolis Knights. He even has an Ushabti. He has some mummies. He has some very low-level Risen. you know, he has some pretty amazing units here from their fights with the Tomb Kings by the looks of things. And this is what I've been doing. I've been preying upon these elves, and I've been making sure that they have a good amount of prisoners before I do so. And even if, look at this, even if they have 15 Chaos Zealots, I'm going to just take them. You know, I'm just going to take them because they are very, very useful. And, well, there's also something that I actually do have some salt still, amusingly enough. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure where I'm going to be selling that, but I probably need to sell it relatively soon. Anyway, we are here, right next to Karakern. As you can see, it has 230. And all my villages are, of course, looted. I was not able to stop the Bretonnian vassal from looting those. And otherwise, not much has happened. Not much has happened. Just me trading. I went over here. Didn't take me that long. As you can see, it's a pretty short distance. And then I obviously did a little bit of salt trading and everything to try and afford that weavery and dyeworks to begin with. And then I got paid. And you'll probably be seeing something on the screen right now which will kind of indicate what I'm talking about. And yeah, you can see that the treasury is giving us a huge amount of cash. And yeah, I actually think I bought the salt somewhere near to here. And as you can see, the salt is actually not selling for a huge amount here. So I probably will go to the Pirate King Fortress or maybe somewhere else. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe we should actually make a brief run through of Skaven territory and try to get something going on there, like maybe try and sell something at the Great Horn or whatever the case may be. Anyway, there was actually a tournament going on, and I think it was going on here, but now it's not, so I'm actually kind of sad. But now that we have a huge amount in our treasury, I'm thinking we're probably going to build a war academy. Actually, you know what? That is just... In my opinion, this is kind of pointless for the moment because it's going to take 69 days. It is just way too expensive for the moment, and I think we probably want to go for something else. Maybe something a little bit... that's 19 days. No, market, no, that's not going to help. A temple... No, not really. Blood Bowl Stadium. New team to support, yes. That might be an idea. Yeah, okay. I guess we'll go for the Healers Guild. I'm not entirely sure what that actually does, but if it can improve our rejuvenation of our various units, then I think it's a good idea. I think it's certainly a good idea. Anyway, okay, so I was actually planning on doing the tournament in here, but it seems like that's not going to happen, so I suppose what we'll do instead is go into the castle and actually get that initial patrol sorted out and tell them to go back into the garrison, and then we'll have even more units here, which is actually pretty cool. Yeah, I think that's pretty nice. Anyway, let's see what we can do here. Patrols, I want to enlist a patrol. Let's get a big one, because numbers are the ones that really matter here, and we're going to tell it to go here. There we go. That's 3,000. We've just spent 8,000 out of the, what is it, 60-something thousand that we just gained. Now do bear in mind that, of course, now Karakern is not going to have a lot of money. It really isn't. It's not going to give us a very good amount from this time onward, because obviously the initial amount of money you gain from various fiefs is going to be much, much more. And that's because it gets stockpiled up and up and up while you are awaiting your wages for the first week. Anyway, what do I need to do now? What did I just do there? Ah, yes, the patrol. That's it. I completely forgot. Okay, so yes, now we're going to be speaking to our patrol. If I can. Where are they? Could they patrol? Could they patrol around, or? Are they... Ah, there we go, there we go. Hello. Yes. Thankfully, you actually did start to come around here. I need you to reinforce a garrison. Yes. There we go. And they will now go inside there. And we now have... Yes, there we go. 324. That is much better. And only for the cost of 3,000. Obviously, it's going to take a little bit of time for that patrol to get, shall we say, refreshed. So it's going to take some time for us to be able to get another one, but otherwise I think we are pretty good. Now, what you can also see is that I've actually leveled up quite a few Poisoned Wind Globadiers and just put them at the top of the garrison here, because I was super worried about potential sieges. And, well, I've actually been kind of lucky. As you can see right here, I actually got 2 other Wood Elf Lords prisoner. And that is because I'm literally just preying upon the people that come on by and think to themselves that this is an easy target, or it's an easy way to get through. And no, I'm teaching them that that is not actually the case. I have no money. That's also not a good thing. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to place all these guys in here, and then we're going to see what we can do about maybe getting a bit of a quick salt run in, and maybe we'll try and prey upon a couple more people along the way. Alright, so we are now in, well, orcish / goblin-ish territory, and, well, we're actually taking on a band of deserters. Now, don't worry about this, I'm actually not going to be participating in this deserter battle. I just wanted to illustrate what I've been attempting to do here, and I don't really mind about losing those couple of units, because we are going to be gaining all of these. And this is exactly the reason why I have such a big garrison. It's actually not even that big. I mean, if I had over 600, then I would say, yeah, okay, you know, that's a pretty big garrison. But yeah, as it stands right now, I am on the lookout for deserters, goblin armies, various other bandit parties, vassals, anything that I can take on that will actually have any prisoners whatsoever, and then I will try to defeat them in every single situation. And, oh yeah, I should probably let you know that the High Elves and the Kislevites have decided to declare war against us. And you can kind of assume that was going to happen, of course, because I don't really have the greatest amount of... Ouch. That's a very powerful enemy. Yes, I don't have the greatest amount of right to rule, and obviously that's the thing. I kind of had a really good... Oh no. I kind of had a really good situation and an opportunity on my hands when I saw Carrick-Herne at only 30 or so units, and I didn't really want to continue just running around as a lackey of the Skaven, and I wanted to get my own chance at my own cheese. But anyway, you suddenly find yourself in the middle of a skirmish between some goblins and some pirates. Your troops quickly clear any combatants which get too close for comfort, but not before you take a dart to the neck and collapse on the floor. You wake up a few hours later. Yes, oh, okay. Great. This is not good. Anyway, our constable is actually doing a really good job, as you can see. He's actually upgrading some pretty nice units there, and Sigmar has attempted to besiege our thing here. Oh, there we go. They have not even refreshed yet. They have not even refreshed yet. You can exactly see how fast I've been over the time, but oh well, never mind. Okay, so that means that I will probably have to go back to Carrick-Herne and try to defend it, I guess. Speaking of defense, we have this fellow. Hello there. Alright, so he is actually someone that we can probably take on, no problem at all. I have scouted around Carrick-Herne a little bit. I saw one vassal with 180 units there, and I think that might be it. I'm not entirely sure if there's another one that is kind of hiding in the sprite on the world map. But this one that we're facing right here was kind of like an advanced scout, just kind of patrolling around, making sure that no one intercepts the main siege force. So I don't know whether we're up against 1,000, or we're up against 500, or we're up against just 200. I'm hoping it's going to be... Hopefully, that's actually what I was going to say. But anyway, I'm hoping that it's actually going to be about 200. But I think realistically, it's more going to be about 400 to 500, unless the Empire has completely piled on, and I'm talking about completely here, and they sent every single one of their vassals. If they send every single one, then I don't think we stand much hope, but we've been pretty lucky so far, so I suppose I'm not really adverse to any kind of challenge in regards to their numbers. You never know. I mean, that's the whole reason why I have so many Poisoned Wind Globadiers in the garrison. And hopefully those guys are going to prove to us how extremely effective they can be. And, oh yeah, on the subject of right to rule, I did send Volans off to get us some right to rule, and I feel like it's kind of amusing, really, because I don't think he's going to give us that much. I think someone actually mentioned in the comments that when you send off companions, you gain 10? You gain 10 right to rule in Warsword Conquest? I'm not entirely sure if that's accurate, because I have not seen it before, but... Anyway, if that is indeed the case, then I am extremely excited about that, because I think we need about 30 right to rule, to be able to not get any war declarations against us, or to be seen as some kind of wonderful person. And yeah, hopefully that is going to be a thing. So who knows, maybe it is 10, but if it is continually going to be 3, then we're going to have some problems, because I don't know whether you noticed, but in the previous episode we obviously did try to get some other companions sent off, but apparently you can only send off the companions that are not the most basic ones, so you basically have to look around for the more expensive kind and then try and see whether those guys want to go off and help you out. So hopefully we will be able to do that, and hopefully I'll actually be able to hit some people. I'm having some problems hitting people right here, and these guys are still alive, which is not good. Oh, that guy's dead. Yes, that was very nice. Good work. Okay, I'm kind of worried about this. I should move back. Hello, you have a very big axe, and I have a very big gun. No, I don't have a very big gun, but apparently apparently someone else does, and they were able to eliminate him. Alright, so we are going to lose a couple of people here. I don't really mind that so much, because we've already eliminated 51 out of their total force. And if I can eliminate this warrior priest, that would be really nice, because those warrior priests are super good. And yeah, we really do not want those guys running around in our archery line. As you can see, it seems like he's been taken off his mount, and maybe I'm able to... I thought I might be able to get a kill there, but I did get a kill on that Knight of the Blazing Sun, which, well, is a pretty heavily armored unit, so I'm pretty happy with that. Otherwise, what else do we have going on here? Seems like these guys are doing pretty well. Yeah, Warplock Engineers, everyone. They are very good at what they do, and they are a bit weak when it comes to fighting against maybe... Well, I say that they're weak against other ranged units, but that's not actually the case, because they fire quite fast. So generally their DPS is actually kind of good in comparison to, say, the Jezzails, for example, because the Jezzails are going to use muskets, of course, and muskets are very, very slow, so obviously that might be a bit of an issue. Anyway, I have another 12 Chaos Zealots to add to the garrison as well. Alright, so after that defeat by that Empire vassal, I moved in a little bit closer to Karak Hern. That battle actually took place around here, so I couldn't really see anyone else except this guy, and he has 183, and there's a couple of others. There are a couple of others, and I'm talking about quite a few. We have well, actually quite a lot. We have 469 in the garrison here. I have placed every single one of my units in the garrison, including the ones in my army, so I'm going full on here, and I don't know how it's going to go. I have no idea how it's going to go. I've given Katya, by the way, I've given her a pistol and a large bag of cartridges, so I'm very much hoping that she is going to be getting some kills and being able to level up a little bit quicker, so that we can get that additional surgery, first aid, and so on skills leveled up a little bit quicker. So otherwise, we have our trainer, our constable, still going on, still getting those skeleton archers, those goblin tribal recruits leveled up and everything. And otherwise, it is just a waiting game. Alright, so yeah, you may notice in my voice that I'm being like, oh, something's happened. Yes, something has happened. And I'm actually very surprised. These guys are leaving. They are actually leaving. I don't think I actually believe it at the moment. I think they're probably going to come back, but you can see here that they are going away. This fellow's actually running down this way, and he has a very delectable army. In other words, we're going to feast on him a little bit. So I'm going to go into the garrison here. We're going to pick out our best units. And I'm talking about our best units, our best ranged units in actual fact, and we're going to see what we can do about that. So let's go and get those guys, and what else do we want to do here? We probably want to get some Skaven slaves and just level up a whole bunch as much as we can. We have we have 39 Chaos Zealots, really, yeah. That's from all the rescued prisoners, of course. Otherwise, what else do we have here? Yeah... I guess we could get these rat ogres. Jerry kind of wants to come along with us. Why not? Let's get some plague priests to come along as well. Gutter runners, a plague monk. Why not? Let's get a couple of those guys. There we go. We don't want to be too much out of, shall we say, we don't want to be too much outnumbered, basically. So let's see what we can do here against this fellow. We have 167 against 164. He's actually running away from us right now. And I suppose I don't blame him. I don't blame him, but I'm going to just wait and see. Does he want to change his behavior at all? No, he seems to actually want to fight us now. It seems like he wants to fight us. Okay, so that means that he has an environmental advantage. You can see that. He's on a hill there. He's on basically the height advantage, which is making a big difference to him. And I think the Tomb Kings are not at war against us just yet, so I'm pretty happy with that. All right, let's go in. All right, there's still a significant group of enemies near Carrick Herne, so I'm kind of thinking that they're going to be back. Kind of, maybe. We'll see. Anyway, there's a renown value of 22 for this battle, and I actually did loot one of these things, which is an Empire poleaxe. I'm not entirely sure how well this is going to go, to be honest. I think that it might be a pretty fun thing to use, but for the most part, I'm basically just wanting to have a good weapon to defend myself against cavalry and anything that wants to attack us. So hopefully I'll be able to use this reasonably well. As you can see, it's got kind of a slow swing, so obviously that's a bit of an issue, but for the most part, I'm hopeful that I'll just be able to keep everyone at range as much as I can. It does also have a thrust, so I'm not only limited to slashing, and thrusting is obviously going to be a lot better against any potential cavalry charges and things like that. So let's get some people up here. Let's get our infantry slightly down there. Don't really want to sacrifice my infantry if I can help it, so we're going to just, you know, play very cautiously. And I do have my pistol at the ready as well. And so this is... Wait a minute. Are they trying to do some sneaky stuff right here? Are they trying to Skaven us? I mean, they can't Skaven us, obviously. We're the Skavens, so we are obviously going to be the ones to sneak attack them. But they seem to be a little bit sneaky. They seem to be a little bit sneaky right here. Look at that. They're actually going around. Are you serious? Are you seriously going around? This is weird. Yeah, it seems like they're actually going around or something. I'm not entirely sure what's going on there, but I'm pretty happy with what we've got so far in terms of army composition. 51 archers to 12 infantry. I think it's okay, considering we do have 12 rat ogres, I was going to say. No, 2. We actually have 2 rat ogres in the battle itself. These guys are being very strange. These Empire. This is actually not even good. I mean, generally, I don't really want them to be running around like this, because they have a clear shot straight down at us right now. And that is not good at all. They are actually coming down now, by the looks of things. Where are they? Ah, there they are. Oh, that is bad. That is very bad indeed. Okay, well, hopefully all of my people will be able to fire away, and including myself. I will be attempting to fire. There we go. Let us tell our archers to stand closer once again, because I actually did tell them to spread out to give some space for our infantry. Let's tell our infantry to get in front of us, thankfully. And maybe we can do some damage. Oh yeah, there we go. We actually took out an Empire sharpshooter with my gun right there. Now, do bear in mind that we have to be a lot more aware of what we're doing, especially considering we are up against a much greater force than we're used to, basically. Seems like my firearm skill is becoming much more accurate now as well, so I'm very happy with that. And it seems like all of my units are doing a pretty decent job. Let's actually move them a little bit closer here. Let's see if I can do some damage. Yeah, there we go, as a spearman. And I did do some damage against that guy's shield, but unfortunately he did block most of the damage. Let's tell our infantry to charge in. Yeah, there we go. Take out that spearman. Take out that Empire captain too. Whoa, Slythe has turned into some kind of sharpshooter. Oh yes, very nice indeed. I mean, the increases that I've seen just using the gun sporadically in various battles has been making a pretty significant impact. So let's see actually what's happening now. It seems like the Empire are coming in from an alternate direction. Okay, they're employing quite a few sneaky tactics here. Okay, yeah, look at that. They're actually coming from over that direction now. So let's make sure that our archers get a nice view on them. Oh yeah, this is a nice view, if ever I saw one. Taking out that warrior priest without it even having a chance at getting close to us. Pretty nice. I'm just very pleased that we have this kind of environment to fight in, because if we had a completely flat battlefield, this would be a very different battle. And I think that we'd probably be either taking severe losses or losing. You know, it's that close, in my opinion. Like, if we had something like the plains, you know, a field that is just completely flat with some very minor slopes and hills everywhere, then that's going to be awful for us. And I'm very thankful, actually, that we do have a variety of different musket/pistol users as well, because if we didn't have those, then everyone would be firing their ammo at the exact same rate, and as a result, all of them would run out of ammunition at the same time. But this is a little bit different, because obviously we do have those Warplock engineers, which are obviously going to use pistols, and we do have the Giselles that are going to use muskets, and they will run out a lot slower. So let's see if I can do something here. They still have cavalry coming in, which is kind of worrying, because their cavalry is generally very powerful, or at least that's what I've seen so far. There's actually someone attempting to sneak around here. I'm going to try and... Oh, did you see that? A snipe! Wow, very good. Okay, good job, Slythe. I'm actually kind of surprised at you. That was hilarious. That was really great. I was thinking to myself, yes, I'm going to have to wait for him to lower his shield. And then he just got shot and he went, ah! That was great. That was very nice. Okay, well, yep, seems like our forces are very good at eliminating cavalry here. Thankfully, these warrior priests do not come equipped with shields, so they are going to be even easier for our bullet users to eliminate. And as you can see, look at that. There's only 13 remaining, and we've already eliminated 123. So there you go. That seems to be that. And so far, I haven't really gotten a good idea as to how powerful the Empire's units are, because they're not actually reaching us. But obviously, when you say that, you think to yourself, oh yeah, well, warrior priests, they're very good, you know. Reiksguard knights, they're very good as well. And then you have a variety of other different units that are very heavily armored. And yeah, so there you go. 19 renowned for that, which I'm very pleased about. Oh, there we go. We actually still have 28 to fight. Well, this force of Empire units actually has a Celestial Wizard, which is capable of casting Wind Blast. I'm not entirely sure what Wind Blast does. As I say, I haven't really explored many of the other magic schools yet, which is kind of a shame, because I feel like the magic system in Warsword Conquest, at least the Winds of Magic edition, because obviously there wasn't. Whoa, this is kind of special. Wow, that is actually really cool. That is really cool. Okay, a blizzard appearing out of nowhere thanks to that Celestial Wizard. I have no idea where it is, but hopefully we'll be able to eliminate it. Oh, there it is. And it's dead. Yes, there you go. I actually did eliminate a Knight of the Blazing Sun too, so that's pretty cool. Otherwise, yes, as I was saying, I feel like the magic system in the Winds of Magic edition are... I mean, it's very fleshed out. And I feel like they've done a really great job in making sure that every single spell has some kind of use. There aren't spells that are useless. Like, there's always something that you can do with them. And even if it seems initially like they are not exactly powerful, well, they all have a place, you know, they all have a place. Anyway, there you go. We actually do get a chance to take someone else prisoner. And for the moment, I think I'm actually going to continue taking people prisoner, because I kind of do want to make sure that we have the opportunity to make some money. And these ransoms are obviously a really good way of doing that, because I actually did get one of the Wood Elves ransomed for about 6,000 as I was on my way to Bloodhorn before. So obviously I just didn't let you know about that. Unfortunately, I forgot, because we were doing so many different things at once. Anyway, let's get some more Poisoned Wind Globadiers. They're going to go into the garrison, and otherwise we're doing okay. We're doing okay so far, and as you saw there, the Empire ran away, so I can assume that something else was going on in their territory that made them retreat, because my garrison is not that formidable. You know, yeah, I mean, there's quite a few units in there, but I think they probably could have taken it quite easily. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.